This is part 2 of our honeymoon travelling around Australia. We are going to tell you everything we did and saw. Make sure you check out part 1 to see where we've been so far. Harper loves the view. She just can't stop looking out the window. I love this video. Harper literally tried to walk away and stop looking at the view, but she couldn't and went back to look at the view. She's so cute. We're travelling.
Or not.
Find out what happened in the video. Can you show me your feel?
Yeah, Davo.
Mount Wilson, where we got married. Well, this is the park instead. And I'm putting down a green ladybug rock. I wonder who's gonna find it. Ladybug rock where we're putting our lock. Is Harper a puppy? Yeah. Do you like the pool? You don't like going in the pool though. That's why you're a selfie. That's it.
Alright.
We're going to print some wedding photos for our wedding book. To see if our wedding photo comes out.
Look, it's us.
It's so cute. Time to say goodbye to the holiday house. Yeah, Harper's sad. It's the first time she doesn't want to go home. Yeah, we're gonna miss the view. Got a big pool, an ocean where we saw so many whales. Goodbye, honeymoon house. And now it's Tuesday the 8th of October.
Now we're waking up at Mildura, and there's a steam train, and there's the Murray River.
And now we are more than halfway through our trip travelling around Australia for our honeymoon. And now we're going to Broken Hill. This is part 2. You can see in the last video for part 1 of what's happened so far on our honeymoon. And there's Orange World. One of the reasons I wanted to travel from South Australia back to New South Wales this way was because I wanted to see an emu. I have seen a wild koala, well 2 now, wild echidnas, wombats and lots of kangaroos, but never an emu, so I'm hoping we'll see one.
Now we are on the Silver City Highway. We started seeing a few goats, which was interesting, and then more, and more, and more. Turns out there is a lot.
Ever since we left for the honeymoon, there hasn't been any problems with the caravan. Until now.
As we were driving, there was a grinding sound on the highway. Michelle noticed it first and I pulled over to check it out. Turns out a metal wire had punctured and wrapped itself around one of the caravan wheels, shredding its rubber completely. That's why there was a grinding sound. Harper always knows when I've dropped something. When I drop something at home, Harper wakes up to see what the noise was, then realizes it was just me dropping something and goes back to sleep. I changed the tyre and it took 2 hours. Now we're back on the road. Somebody had decorated a tree, and the first thing we're going to do when we get to Broken Hill is get a new tyre. And Michelle took some photos of the view. Look how far it stretches. Here's an old petrol station.
And then Tim said, look, and I finally got to see emus. I had to get my phone out quick to record it, and then it joined its family. I didn't get to record this one, but there was another family later on, and it was so cute. The mum was putting all the little kids in line ready to cross the road together with its little face.
So the Silver City Highway is one of the longest stretches of road that has nothing on it, not even mobile phone reception. There's only one other highway that's longer than this, and that's the highway that goes from South Australia over to Western Australia, known as the Nullarbor Plain.
And there's the sign for Broken Hill.
The sign looks so cool. Oh, and look, there's the actual Broken Hill for Broken Hill. For those of you who didn't figure it out from the name, yes, this was a mining town where they dug into a giant hill in order to farm minerals from it. When we first got to Broken Hill, the first place we visited was a tyre shop to replace that wheel that was broken. Then we went up the Broken Hill and had a look at the big chair.
After seeing the emu, I then found this chip that looked like an emu, so I had to take a photo of it.
Michelle took a photo of the miner sculpture. Does this look like a normal sized chair to you? It isn't.
And here's the big chair. I look like I'm climbing up on it.
I wish we could actually sit on it, but that would take some climbing.
And there's the view.
This is just the halfway point of today's journey, and we've already travelled 300 kilometres. By the end of today, we're going to have travelled 300 more. Here's Michelle in front of the beautiful town.
And there's us.
Yay, us! We've driven so far and seen so much.
And now we're going back down the hill. If you didn't see part 1, you should go and watch it. You will find out everything we have done and seen so far, all the stories we told about the honeymoon.
What was your favourite part of part 1 of our honeymoon, Michelle?
My favourite has to be South Australia. When I said I'm putting down my first ladybug rock in South Australia, look at the beach, was my favourite. I love that beach. I can't wait to go back and actually spend more time in South Australia. But I also have so many other favourites, like the first night we woke up at the beach. I always wanted to do that. And then going to Melbourne, we loved doing that. And seeing my cousin, seeing all the different views, the South Australia sign because it was the first time we have seen it, the blue and pink lake, the big koala, and of course the real koala we saw that you thought was a wombat. I can't wait to say my favourite parts in this video because I know my favourites already.
Yeah, me too.
And here's the big ant. How many big things do you think we've seen so far on the whole honeymoon?
We then drove to the living desert, but no dogs allowed, so we turned back. So we were just trying to pass the time while we got the tyre fixed, so we thought we'd drive around and have a look around the local area, including going all the way out to Silverton. And there's the Silverton sign. This is where Mad Max 2 was filmed.
Oh look, another emu.
Even up here there was a fantastic view. Oh look, a dog.
And here's the Mad Max Museum.
Australia is known for having great filming locations, from mountains to deserts to the ocean. And there's the Silverton Hotel.
And the Australian flag. And I like these red flowers, they were so bright. Oh look, more goats.
So many goats.
Then Tim got the tyre replaced and now we're back on the road.
If you didn't know, Broken Hill has its own time zone, different to the rest of New South Wales. It's half an hour behind.
I told Tim about the time change and he was so shocked. Why would Broken Hill be different to the rest of New South Wales? Every time I see this video, it looks like it would be a really good place to do galaxy photos.
Oh man, there's more goats on the side of the road. Now it's nighttime and we are staying in Cobar.
And now it's Wednesday the 9th of October. We have nearly done a square all the way around and we've been on the road for a whole week now. We are already past halfway through on our honeymoon and my rings were shining in the sun again.
So we woke up and then noticed that another tyre was flat. So I had to fill it with air to see if it would go down, and it did. So I went and got it repaired. These are poppy flowers on the fence. And here is the big beer can. Cobar is a mining town, and so they have a lot of sculptures dedicated to mining.
And if you didn't know, we were in Australia. Here's another Australian flag.
Here is a frilled neck lizard.
Can you show me your frill?
We have a lot of amazing animals in this country, from the fish and the animals in the sea all the way out to the desert with emus, koalas, and even all the way down to little frilled neck lizards. We got to Nyngan and saw the big bogan with a cute dog called Rusty. And here's the big helicopter. Seeing sculptures is awesome.
And some more art.
And now we're back on the road again, going for a drive to Dubbo! That's a little joke that we have going all the way back to when we started dating.
Harper is happy to come for a walk with us.
And Harper is leading us on a walk to the
Dubbo
sign. When we get to Dubbo, I know that I feel like I'm closer to home because I know all of these places. Dubbo is actually the furthest west I have ever driven when it comes to driving with Michelle out to anywhere. And here is a lake that was nearby the airport. And there's the Dubbo sign with the rhino that's part of the Dubbo Art Trail. Oh, and look, it's my wife.
Yeah, Dubbo.
And Harper sneezed. Dubbo is one of the biggest regional towns in New South Wales, and one of the reasons it's so big because of its massive zoo. We've been to the zoo before, but we didn't have time this time around. But I remember how much fun it was to see all those animals, and we got to drive around in these little zebra-striped golf carts instead of walking, and it was so much fun.
And now we're walking back to the caravan. We didn't get to hear what your favourite part of part 1 of the honeymoon was, Tim. What's yours?
I really liked seeing South Australia. There were so many cool things I hadn't seen before. I do love Melbourne, but I really want to go back to South Australia. And now we're heading towards home, but the holiday isn't finished yet.
On the way back to the mountains, it was sad because it seemed like the honeymoon was over, but it wasn't. I'm so glad we decided to do one last part of the honeymoon, which was to stay somewhere gorgeous for a few nights. I can't wait to show you that soon.
It was a really nice place to stay. You have to see it. And now we're in Mudgee.
What was your favourite part in this video in part 2, Tim?
Sometimes you can't beat a classic. I love seeing the Dubbo sign and driving through the town. It was so much fun. But my favourite part is coming up. The honeymoon house. You'll see why I think it's so amazing soon. What was yours, Michelle?
Mine was definitely finally seeing an emu. The main reason we did this trip was because I wanted to see an emu, and then the list kept getting bigger, like seeing South Australia, and then seeing all the big things, and going to the beaches and collecting a bit of sand to make a special honeymoon sand jar. I also loved the honeymoon house at the end. That photo of the sunrise is so gorgeous. I love it so much and I can't wait to go back. It was the perfect way to end the honeymoon. I'm so glad we did it. You will see that coming up soon, plus Wales.
It's amazing how you can travel so many different places far away from home but end up coming back.
We do love the mountains.
But we are not finished yet. Let's keep going on more adventures through to Lithgow. And here you can see the mountains. The mountains always look so good no matter where you see them from. We saw the big miner's lamp in Lithgow. You can tell we're back in the mountains because it's very foggy. We got a kebab and pizza in Blackheath and then we drove over to Mount Wilson. I thought it would be a nice spot to stay because it's where we got married. It's a little bit spooky at night, but in the mornings it's really nice, and during the day it looks so pretty no matter what season it is.
And now it's time for bed. Now it's Thursday the 10th of October.
We woke up at Mount Wilson and the caravan is still going after replacing 2 tyres.
And there's my green ladybug rock.
It's very bright.
Mount Wilson, where we got married. Oh, this is the park instead. I'm putting down a green ladybug rock. I wonder who's going to find it. I love putting down my ladybug rocks all over Australia. I painted them all especially for this trip. I hope everyone who found them loved it. I love making people smile. It's my favourite thing to do. It's so cool when people find me on social media and say how happy they are that they found it and get to take it home. And I also painted bigger ladybug rocks for everyone at the wedding.
And now we are leaving Mount Wilson.
It looks so bright and colourful during the day.
We're starting the day in the mountains and ending it at the beach. And here is the big apple pie in Bilpin. And there's more big things in Bilpin to go. That big pie sure does look tasty. There's a giant log truck.
And then I see these bright red flowers, even though it's blurry.
And now for the big fruit bowl. And the actual big fruit bowl. Here is the lock that we are going to leave at Currajong Heights. We got it engraved with our names and the date we got married. And look, Harper wanted a photo with it too.
I love how cute it looks. I love the heart shape. And there's my yellow ladybug rock. And there's the view. Ladybug rock where we're putting our lock from our wedding.
This lookout looks over all of Sydney.
And this is where we're putting our lock.
And now we're putting the lock on the lookout's fence. We have always wanted to do this, but didn't know when it was the right time.
Until we got married.
And here is us with our rings. And here's the lock. And it's on the fence. And here is the last photo we took with the caravan.
And we're on the road again. heading to Palm Beach where Tim proposed.
It doesn't matter how many times we come back here. It's so special every time. We're watching the waves and the sunset before we go somewhere to sleep for the night. The view is different from the morning. And that was our last day in the caravan. But the honeymoon's not over yet.
And now it's Friday the 11th of October and we have travelled in a full square.
We watched the waves at a few places and I went to turn the corner and what happened? The tyre slipped and fell off. So before we left, we had to get it fixed again. So that's 3 tyres and a door handle that had to be fixed during our trip.
And there's a reptile park.
And there's the big frilled neck lizard. And we even saw a giant hermit crab. Now we're driving past Terrigal Beach. And the hill is so big, all the kids are running and rolling down the hill. We're almost at the honeymoon house now. I can't wait. It's going to be nice to relax.
Then I put down a ladybug rock at Copacabana Beach. And it's watching the waves. This is the second last rock I'm putting down. What do you think I'm going to do with the last one?
It's gonna end up somewhere different than you think.
Then we drove to the honeymoon house, and my ring has never shined so bright soon as we got there.
It knew it was the place to be.
And it just keeps on shining. I love my diamond rings so much.
It's almost as pretty as you.
And now we're at the honeymoon house. It's so pretty. The view of the ocean and the pool, it looks amazing. And Harper loves it too. She's never loved a place more than this one. Was there anything that surprised you on the holiday, Tim?
Just that Brown Bay Beach in South Australia had no one on it. I'm from Sydney. Our beaches always have people on it.
And I've got a little place for my rings because we went in the pool. And when I went outside, this ladybug landed on me. I was putting ladybug rocks down around Australia and this ladybug found me. So Tim picked it up and I took photos of it.
Everyone was thanking you for the ladybugs.
And I bought these Mr. and Mrs. towels and it makes a heart. Then Harper sticks her head through the curtain. She loves watching the view.
Then we had burritos while watching the ocean. What surprised you most about the holiday, Michelle?
There's a few things, like seeing the beach at South Australia, the big rainbow, how good Harper was in the caravan, and of course the koala Tim thought was a wombat. You can't forget that.
This place is so amazing. We can see this view from the bedroom. It's so great that we still get views just like we're still in the caravan and waking up at Culburra Beach in part 1. Nothing beats this view, and we have our own private pool.
It's just so perfect.
Harper didn't like it when we closed the curtain. Her favourite thing to do was lie down on her bed and watch the view.
And here's my bride slippers and my bride dressing gown. It's got sparkly rhinestones on them. Now we're opening each other's presents because it was our anniversary. It was our 1 year engagement.
This is
a week and a half ago, and now Tim's got me some presents. Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah, it says that.
So you already got me that that was our anniversary. And a bunch of parts leading up to the wedding.
Yeah. This was for the honeymoon.
To put sand in or something. Oh, we should have done that at Palm.
Well, I thought it would be more appropriate to do it here. This is a keyring with our wedding date on it.
I love you. Oh, it's cute.
I'll get you this.
Oh, what's that say?
The day I met you, I found my missing piece. You complete me and make me a better person. I love you with all my heart and soul. It's a jigsaw piece. And then, like our love, I got you
Oh, it's a helicopter.
like love. I got you some flowers that will last for ages. You were supposed to get one on.
So we get two.
Yes, because then you can have a set. I thought that would be a little bit clever.
In this jar, we're going to fill it with sand from Copacabana Beach, because it's where we finished our honeymoon.
And we also collected sand, which I'm going to make a sand jar from all the different places we went around Australia for our honeymoon.
I wanted to give Michelle a bunch of little presents to celebrate so many things happening at once. We were celebrating our anniversary for when we started dating, 1 year since I proposed, and of course, celebrating our wedding. This is everything I got her.
The puzzle piece is so cool and creative.
And later on, we filled up the honeymoon jar with sand from Copacabana Beach.
And here's the presents I got Tim. I got him a watch and cufflinks. He wanted them for the wedding. What do you think of these socks, Tim?
I think they're great because you've got boyfriend crossed out, fiance crossed out, and husband written down because I'm your husband. This place also has a sauna.
And of course I have to bring Monopoly. This one I made, which is 90s-opoly. And who won?
You did.
I love looking outside. It's so pretty.
I don't think we will find anywhere better than this.
Is Harper a puppy? Yeah. Do you like the pool? You don't like going in the pool though. You're a stuffy. Stuffy.
Alright.
I have to make sure you're okay.
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
That's good.
Harper looks so happy.
We're going to print some wedding photos for our wedding book and honeymoon book. We're going to test out this little printer.
Here we go.
And to see if our wedding photo comes out. That was good.
Well, yeah, it's meant to be.
It's in black and white.
Look, it's us.
It's so cute.
And here is us from the wedding.
And that's all the photos around the book, and we're going to write what we did each day in it. And that's our wedding glasses, and the hearts have rhinestones that sparkle. And now we're eating Chinese food, and it was the best Chinese I've ever had.
I agree, it was so good, especially paired with the view. A neighbour yelled out to me and said, "Did you see the whales?" Apparently, we came at the best time to see the whales jump.
So now we're watching the whales jump and wave.
They are very friendly and nice to say that to me, so I didn't miss it. Everyone is so excited to see the whales. It's like a whale watching party for everyone. Everyone has their binoculars to watch the whales jump and wave. You see their tails and fins going in and out of the ocean. It's crazy that these huge animals look so small from all the way back here.
And now the sun is setting.
We saw a bright light coming from the window, so we looked outside and saw this view. And then the sunset got even brighter.
I love how bright the sun looks in this photo.
And this is the map that we printed, and we used a new colour for each day. You can see the square where we went. We started from the mountains, then we went down to Melbourne, then we went to South Australia, up to Broken Hill, and then back to the mountains, and now we're at the honeymoon house.
Harper loves the view. She just can't stop looking out the window. I love this video. Harper literally tried to walk away and stop looking at the view, but she couldn't and went back to look at the view. She's so cute. What was your favourite part out of the whole honeymoon, Tim?
Oh boy, there's so much to choose from. Seeing all those amazing oceans, especially in South Australia, driving through the quiet towns, being part of the busy cities, it's just so hard to pick one, but you can't beat the holiday house. Best views, amazing food. We had so much fun swimming and hanging out. You wake up to whales in the ocean. I just love seeing the sunrise.
Yeah, the sunrise was perfect.
How about you?
As much as I love travelling and doing everything on the first half, nothing beats seeing the emus and the holiday house. But I love South Australia so much that we have to go back. And I just loved every second of it. It was perfect. I just wish we could have done it longer. It was so much fun. I love travelling so much. And Harper loved it too. She was so good in the caravan. She loved going in there. I was worried because Harper and I have never travelled before in a caravan, and we both loved it so much. I think Harper's favourite was Dubbo.
Harper loves sticking her head through the curtain. She couldn't stop watching the view, and then She acted like she wasn't doing it.
And then we got pizza and garlic bread. And then we went for a walk out the back.
Out the back of this house is a fire pit and an area for us to walk around and look at the ocean from a different angle.
And now I'm swimming in the pool, which is freezing, but I didn't want to miss out on using the pool.
I agree, it was definitely cold. But once you got used to it, then it was really nice. We would just float about and relax and then lounge next to the pool looking over the ocean. It was a perfect scene for a perfect honeymoon. The pool was blue, shimmering and sparkling in the sunlight. You could see the reflection of the sky, the clouds, the sunrise and the sunset. It was great for taking photos.
And now I'm sitting on my chair in the pool.
Are you floating?
Michelle is so relaxed in her chair.
She doesn't like that we're in here.
Look at that calming ocean. And then I made a new friend, kind of, a bush turkey. I was just fetching something from the caravan and I could hear little footsteps. I looked outside and stepped out and saw a bush turkey just hanging out. So I decided to get my phone out and record it. Since I was doing that anyway, I thought I would have a chat to it. But he didn't seem interested.
Do you even care?
Then we saw more whales and they ended up running into each other.
Look at that. Look. Something's going on.
Where? Up or down?
Look at the splash.
I can see the splash sort of in the middle-ish there.
What's going on there? What the?
I can see it.
There's a lot of splashing.
Is it just a bunch of waves or are there actually things there?
There's gotta be something.
Oh, maybe. I could grab the binoculars and have a look.
Something's fighting me.
Oh, gosh.
I wonder what animals you will find in the ocean during other seasons. This was during spring.
Something is going on. Look at that. It's going insane. What is going on?
Lots of splashing, right?
Yeah.
There are fins there. There are fins coming up out of the water.
What kind?
We can't stop watching to see if there's more whales. Every time we had a spare moment, we would just go to the window and just watch the whales. They were doing this on and off for days. Michelle would record it on her phone and zoom in even more later on to see what was in the ocean, and I would look using binoculars.
I think it ran into something because I saw two splashings.
Or it could have been just rolling or playing or something.
Ah, still there.
Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't, but if you look at the ocean, you might think there's nothing in there. But if you look close enough, you might just see a whale or a dolphin. Even something as small as a bit of an extra little wave could be a whale coming up for air. So, what was your favourite part about our entire honeymoon? Driving down the south coast of New South Wales and waking up at a beach? Crossing over the Victorian border and going into the Victorian bushland, seeing the big mountains and sunsets? Going over to Phillip Island and looking out over the ocean? Going into the city in Melbourne and putting rocks down in different beaches? Seeing the full rainbow for less than a minute? Driving over to South Australia, seeing the South Australia sign? Seeing the koala that I thought was a wombat? Going to our favourite beach in South Australia? Seeing the pink and blue lakes? All the things we saw that were big, like the big koala? Going through outback New South Wales with Broken Hill and Cobar and seeing emus? Coming back to the Blue Mountains? Going to the beach where I proposed? And the holiday house? Comment your favourite part of the honeymoon and tell us if we should go back somewhere. Or was there a place we missed that we should go to? Let us know. I feel like we are all being like Harper before at the window, wanting to look away, but don't want to miss anything.
Harper can't see anything either, if that helps. She's definitely being very diligent looking. Good.
We mentioned in part 1 that we wanted to see the aurora for the first time. We didn't end up seeing it because of the storms, but while we are editing this video, we got the chance to see the aurora at home in the mountains. Come back next week to check out that video.
Is it big or small?
We woke up in the morning and we saw this beautiful sunrise. I love the way the clouds look, the colours of the sky, the chirping birds, the ocean in the background, and I love the reflection in the pool. It's so perfect.
This is my favourite photo. It's so perfect. It's a perfect way to end our honeymoon.
Look, it's my friend again. He came back. We gave the last ladybug rock to the owners of the house.
Oh look, another whale. And then we get our last photo at the house. It's time to say goodbye to the holiday house. Yeah, Harper's sad. It's the first time she doesn't want to go home.
This big window is so clear, it doesn't even look like it's a window. It looks like you can walk straight through.
Yeah, we're gonna miss the view. What a big pool. An ocean. Where we saw so many whales. Goodbye, honeymoon house.
Harper really doesn't want to leave, and nor do we. I will never get sick of this view. I'm sure we will come back.
Now we're getting ready to pack up and go, and Harper tried to stop Tim.
Harper looked very pleased with herself. She looked like she had a plan, but it didn't work. We'll just have to come back. We are going to one last stop at the beach before we head home. And this is the final odometer reading for the trip travelling around Australia.
And now we're home, and I made a Mr. and Mrs. shelf, and I also put my rainbow rose domes in my art room. As soon as we got back from the honeymoon, all I wanted to do was travel more. It took weeks to get over not travelling, but I still want to go back and see more emus and South Australia, and of course the honeymoon house at the end. And now we're at the lookout where we put our lock, and I put down another ladybug rock I got from home.
It's a very bright ladybug rock. And we're watching the sunset.
And the sun is setting, and now we are married, from boyfriend to fiance to now husband.
It's a dark night, but you shine so bright. I can see the stars shining through your eyes. Someone else might shine as bright, but they're not you. Just watch them try, 'cause everything happens for a reason, and stars shine in every single season. So reach for the stars, shine so bright.